Good morning here, and this morning you can see all the loopers. It's fun when the loopers come in and we get to talk to them and stuff like that. Anyway, yesterday was a lot of fun. Today's Veterans Day, and it's awesome that I'm working on a couple veterans boats. And Glenn yesterday, he's a Army veteran, flew helicopters, and listening to his stories all day while we're installing the solar panels, just awesome. And I'm also excited to say, because we couldn't have picked better panels for his solar system. So I want to back up just a little bit and explain to you why I'm helping Glenn with these solar panels. There's two reasons. One is I love the veterans and I love helping them. And number two is when I was putting the panels on Loop Princess and getting ready for America's Great Loop, he asked me if I would help him, and I said sure. When I get back from doing the loop, if you're still here, I will help you get your panels on your boat. So, and I think it's important that, this is like probably the fifth, sixth system that I've built. And so taking that knowledge, it goes a long ways. And I can tell right now it helped a lot because I knew where to go find the panels, which we ended up going to actually a solar place over in Mississippi. And we met a guy there, Justin, super awesome. The minute I walked in his shop, I took a ride with Glenn because I said, hey, I want to go see the guy's panels. I want to see what equipment he's using. I want to see everything, about these panels before we just purchase these panels. So I rode over with them. I met the shop. But this guy, that's what he does. He sells panels, puts them on RVs and boats and stuff like that. And then he sells, when I saw that he has a little showroom there, and all he had was Vectron. And I'm a huge Vectron fan. So anyway, so we get in there and I looked at the panels. You can see these panels here. They're 325 watts RECs, RECs, and they're just going to be, it's going to take it to the next step. Even out there, he had a little sample field out there where I could see the actual wattage of the panels, and this is in absolutely perfect conditions. And they're pushing out 325 watts, so we're going to get almost a kilowatt of power out of these panels. Now we're going to keep this system simple. This is something that Laura wanted to do, and you guys can see her here helping us install the panels. She just loved it. It was great having them both out there and jumping in to get these panels up, because with the three of us, it made it super easy, super fast, and super simple to install the panels. Now this is a 44-foot Trollycraft that we're putting these on, and they have this beautiful back deck over there covering that back deck, and it's just absolutely perfect for putting the panels on. And the reason they're doing this, there's a couple reasons, but they're getting the boat ready for America's Great Loop. And, Laura said, if you buy this boat, I want to put solar panels on it. So, here we are, we're putting the solar panels on it. And, but there's also another reason. I mean, it'll save them money on the loop. Now, does it justify the cost of putting the panels on the boat? Probably not. But they'll recoup almost half of their money, probably a little over half of their money, just if they complete America's Great Loop, and fuel savings on their generator. And when you plug in at a marina now, it's $5 to $15 to $20. Well, you're not going to plug in any 50 amp servers for $5. It's going to be $15 to $20 now, because nothing's going down in price with inflation and everything. Things are going to go up. Fuel costs is going to go up, so it's just that much less burn on their generator. And we're going to set this system up almost identical to Loop Princess. We've got a Light Pro 4 battery coming from Amazon, so we're checking the progress on that all the time, and I'll keep you posted on that particular battery, because again, I'm not super happy with the battery, but it is the same specs. It's actually got a little bit better specs than my other battery. It just doesn't have the Bluetooth, and that's what I really wanted, but we're all right. We'll put the Vectron shunt in there. We'll be able to monitor what we need to on the battery. So anyway, but I'll keep you posted on the system as we get it. The next step here is we had to order some wire yesterday, because we want to do a nice, neat job getting them off the top of that deck and down into, there's a closet down there. And we're going to get the wires down into the closet, and then we're going to go into a breaker box where that breaker it'll go into the breakers, and then from there it goes to the Vectron, and then and then there's another breaker that'll take the power from the Vectron. So we got to wire this, and we'll do a nice, neat job on this boat. It's a 1992 Trollycraft, 44 foot. It's a absolutely gorgeous boat, and it'll deserve all of the attention and and he's really meticulous too. So Glenn is, and I'm really just helping him with the system. They're actually hands-on owners, and they like to do their own work. So it's very cool just working with them, and it's not that I'm doing the work for them. I'm just making suggestions, saying, hey, I think this is what we should do. This is the direction we should go. And they're listening to a lot of it. So, and I think it helps them a lot. So anyway, and it's going to be a super, super cool system. We're going to go with something like a 2500 watt inverter. We're going to keep the Light Pro 4 battery separated. It's going to be strictly charged by the solar, which he's got plenty, at almost a kilowatt of electricity coming in there. He's got plenty of solar to keep up with the boat and the demands of the boat, as long as he doesn't try and run his air conditioner. But we're not even going to put an inverter in that will run his air conditioner, so we'll eliminate that altogether. We're just going to put like a 2500 watt inverter in there, and that way it'll run everything for him except the refrigerator. So if he wants to make a pot of coffee, he wants to use the microwave, he wants to run something, he'll be able to do all that, but he won't be able to run his air conditioner. So if he wants to run his air conditioners, he's going to have to turn on the generator. The big thing I think a lot of people get confused with on these solar systems, especially these older boats, it takes a lot to run your air conditioner, and you need an extreme amount of panels, more than we could probably get on the boat if you want to. And then you have to put a lot of battery power in there to run, your air conditioners. And it just takes a lot of wiring, bigger, thicker wires, bigger inverters, bigger batteries. Everything gets twice as big, and the system would cost, substantially more money. Probably just the parts alone would be probably somewhere around over $10,000. But we're going to keep this system pretty simple. KISS, keep it simple, stupid. And we're going to go with a 2500 watt inverter. We're going to keep the total cost of putting this system together should be somewhere around $2,500. That's with us doing all the labor. So you got to remember that. If you put this same system in and paid somebody to put this system in, you'd be looking at probably around $6,000 to $8,000 to pay professionals to put this in. And it will get professionals to come towards the end there and view everything to make sure we got all the switches and everything, all the fuses in the correct spots, which we do. I've built enough of these systems now that I know what I'm doing. But I always have somebody double check the work to make sure before we start firing anything up. So anyway, I just wanted to give you a daily update. Today I'm going to wire in actually the crane on my boat. I'm going to put a remote switch on it, and I'll do a little video for you guys showing you that, because it's kind of cool. It went from a manual, my manual switch on my crane doesn't work anymore, so I'm going to try it. I don't know if it's going to work, but I'll try it. And then I've got to go over to another veteran's boat, which is the Perfect 2, and we're going to wire his his dinghy davit lifting system. We're going to go out next week with that with a bunch of guys, a couple veterans in there too, a colonel actually I think is going to be aboard. So anyway, it should be fun and exciting. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Just a daily update here. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe and share it with your friends. I do appreciate it. And I'm really excited about this solar project. It's just super cool. Love doing solar. I love working on solar. And, for me, it's just freedom and, sovereignty and everything like that. So anyway, peace out. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you hit that like button. Bye.